Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, I'm going to cover a launchpad slash incubator slash swap platform on the Binance Smart Chain, and this project is called Impossible Finance or the IF token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website impossible.finance in order to learn more about this project, right? So since this is still a relatively new project, I want to basically use information presented on their website to do a peripheral analysis. But please bear in mind that you need to do your own deep dive before you invest your money on this token, right? So right off the bat, if you go to their website, they have a very cool website, and their statement is reimagining decentralized finance. Impossible Finance is a multi-chain incubator, launchpad and swap platform which offers a robust product-first ecosystem that supports top-tier blockchain projects to targeted user audiences, right? So you might have seen several IDO platforms in the past that we've even covered. Some of the platforms that we covered were PokerStarter and DAO Maker and several other minor ones. But if you see, many of them have a very complicated process, which are mostly in a single chain, such as Ethereum or maybe even on Binance Smart Chain, but not more than that. And they don't really do a lot. They just offer launchpad services, right? But Impossible Finance is one of the early multi-chain incubator projects that aims to become a branch of multiple different blockchains. And not only that, it also has a swap feature built into the system, right? So if you have participated in any IDO platform, you would realize that immediately after the tokens have been purchased, during the token launch date, the token will start pumping, and you have to rush to Uniswap to lock your profit by selling the token, right? But instead of doing that, you can basically use the Impossible Finance's swap feature to kind of swap to any token in an efficient and capital efficient manner, right? So that's something that these people are trying to offer, and they're also offering the product first ecosystem that aims to offer top tier blockchain projects that are available for targeted audiences, right? So it's not like a random project that's going to be hosted on their platform. It's going to be a curated bunch of high quality projects that will be hosted on their platform, right? So you can also click on the join our community button to join their community. Impossible is basically redefining the launchpad experience, right? Here's how we are making it better. So here are some of the ways by which they're making the launchpad experience better. So curated projects. So they're basically using curated projects. Again, this is not necessarily unique to this platform, because if you see, there are platforms like DAO Maker or even PokerStarter and several other launchpad projects that kind of offer curated projects, because that's something that you have to do by default these days, and otherwise you will basically lose the competition, right? So similar to those kind of platforms, Impossible Finance is also offering curated projects, right? And one of the main selling features is that they're fair. They're claiming to be fair, at least. If you go to platforms such as PokerStarter, even though I really like that platform, it's a very big pain to get started, right? Because you need to not only buy polls tokens, but you also need to kind of do certain weird things, fill out a form, and expect to get lucky. You need to whitelist your wallet. You need to have a lot of polls tokens, which sometimes could be expensive, and you may or may not be lucky enough. It's all mainly luck dependent for PokerStarter, right? And you have to provide your KYC in a Google form, and there could be a lot of options of hacking your personal identity, because it's still through a Google form, which means it's still centralized. So there's so many obviously there's a lot of good projects that launched on PokerStarter, but you basically have to go through a lot of hoops, right? Similar to that, DAO Maker, although it's slightly better than PokerStarter, it still has these features where you have to basically stake your DAO tokens, get the DAO power. If you want to get a higher DAO power, you have to provide liquidity with DAO USDC on Uniswap and so on and so forth, right? So instead of making it complicated and giving a lot of hoops to the retail investors, they're making it as a fair system. And the problem with DAO Maker is that even if you go through all those hoops, you'll only get an allocation of a maximum of $500 or $1,000 per project, right? And once you win the IDO lottery, you can't unlock your DAO power, or you can't use the same DAO tokens or DAO power for another 10 to 14 days or something like that, right? So there's so many restrictions which prevents people from accessing a lot of value. But Impossible Finance is aiming to change that by making sure that not only the big guys but also the small guys have access to it in a fair manner, right? And seamless decentralization is also one of the qualities that they have. Basically, the entire platform is fully decentralized. Apart from platforms that try to use decentralized IDOs but ask for your personal identification or KYC verification to be done through a centralized Google form, this platform basically allows you to do everything in a decentralized manner, including providing your ID verification in the blockchain, right? So that's a very important feature. We're constantly pushing the envelope for DeFi. Here's what you can expect from Impossible. So again, they're constantly trying to do the best things, and they're trying to expand the horizons. So some of the main kind of core features for their platform is security. Obviously, they're mainly focusing on security because security is a huge deal, especially for IDO platforms. Easy execution. Their XYBK liquidity pool is basically designed to capture the maximum capital efficiency for your tokens, so that when you're trying to swap a token quickly, you can get the best value from your for your tokens within their swap platform, right? So that's a very interesting phenomenon. And also low fees. Obviously, they're launching on Binance Smart Chain, so they are going to be low in fees compared to Ethereum. But despite starting off with a low fees platform, they are trying to optimize gas efficiency in order to make it even more easier and smoother for users to use, right? So those are some of the main three features of Impossible Finance. So here is their mission statement, which is pretty much similar to every other DeFi project's mission statement, which is level the playing field by building a fair, more accessible, open financial system for all. Again, this is pretty much common in the crypto space right now, not really unique. So projects are our users too. Here's how we want to help projects. So far they've mainly been talking for retailers, right? So for people who want to host their platforms on Impossible Finance, what you basically get is you get the best incubation service. So you get a business to developers model where you can basically use high quality marketing skills to market your platform in the best possible way through Impossible Finance. You can also raise money faster and much more efficiently through their platform, and you can also scale because they're planning to expand and branch out to multiple chains, which means you will basically have a lot of options to get exposure because they will be eventually multi-chain product, right? So those are some of the main reasons why you should probably consider hosting your project through Impossible Finance. We are building the impossible. Here's what we planned for our roadmap. So every project will have to have a roadmap so that you can understand what their short-term vision and long-term visions are. And similar to other projects, they also have they have a very good roadmap. If you see, they have roadmap information all the way from April 2021. But since we are in Q3, I'm going to skip through Q3. So in Q3, they're planning to have their first IDO, and their IDO is basically IDIA. It's a project called IDIA, which we'll see shortly. And they're planning to launch this as the first IDO on this platform. It's going to be really exciting, right? You can even read about the project itself in order to participate on the first IDO. And apart from that, they also have impossible IDOs and targeted launches as part of their IDO launch as well for Q3, right? And for late 2021, Q4 and early 2022, they're having self-sustaining IDOs, which is an interesting phenomenon that you guys definitely need to read about. So they also have true interoperability planned, which is something that they will eventually have to accomplish because they'll become a multi-chain project, right? So overall, lots of exciting things coming in. So when it comes to the IDO projects, they only have one project, which is the IDIA project. It's a very interesting project which you guys can read about. They still don't have a tentative date because it's a It's still work in progress, but this will give you enough time to not only understand about Impossible Finance itself, but also do some research on IDIA so that you can participate in the first ever IDO launch on the Impossible Finance, right? So this is the most important section of this video, because you can clearly see the project has some three page of investors that have invested in this project, and some names are going to be shocking because some big investors have invested in this project. So if you go to the first page, you can right off the bat see Alameda Research. Again, Alameda Research, if you guys don't know, is owned by the founder of FTX. FTX is one of the most popular tier 1 exchanges, and Alameda Research consequently has been one of the most popular venture capitalists that has invested in several high quality projects right from the ground level, and they are basically continuing to invest in good quality projects that they feel can change the crypto space in the future. And since they've invested in Impossible Finance, you can basically see that this project is definitely going to be a good quality project that definitely won't rug on you, right? And there's several other tier 2 or tier 3 kind of venture capitals who have also invested in this project, and you can clearly see that the list keeps going on and on, right? And they also have a third page of two investors, Tenere Capital and True Ventures. So overall, they have a lot of venture capitalists investing in this project, including Alameda Research, which is the biggest and the most popular venture capitals in the cryptocurrency space, right? So that definitely needs to draw your attention to this project. And if you want to stay connected and access their social media pages, you can do so by their website, right? And here's their contract address if you want to access this project on Binance Smart Chain. So again, overall, it's a pretty wholesome project. It aims to do something slightly different compared to other IDO platforms, and you can learn more about this project through their website, right? So going back to the coin market cap page for Impossible Finance, this token is currently ranked 570th by market cap on coin market cap, and is currently trading at $5.61 at the time of making this video, with a 21% increase in the past 24 hours, right? So as you can see, this token has pumped 21%, which means it's not a good time to buy at this price point. I would probably use this opportunity to do a lot of research and even allocate some capital. And if you are a short-term investor, maybe you can look into buying this token at a good price point. But if you're a long-term investor, you will get good opportunities to buy. Although this token has pumped 21% in the past 24 hours, it's still pretty much at the ground level that we'll pretty shortly see in the price chart. So if you see, the market cap is only $33.6 million in market cap, which is less than $50 million in market cap. So you're basically expecting to see this token go up in value because it's still in the early stages, right? So by investing in this token at this price point or at this market cap level, you are definitely going to make at least a 2 to 3x minimum gain once this token starts taking off. Because if you see, the token doesn't really have a fully functioning platform yet. It's still only onboarding its first IDO project. It still has a long way to go, and if you're buying this token at this price point or at this market cap, you're basically buying it at a very early stage, right? Also, I'm not encouraging you to buy it at this price point. I'm still saying that if you do FOMO into this project at this price point, you are still getting into the early stages of this project, right? If you take the max supply, this token has some really good tokenomics. The max supply is 21 million tokens, which is the same max supply as Bitcoin. And you guys know what Bitcoin is doing right now. Because of its scarcity, it's a very big asset, right? So scarcity seems to be built into this project as well, because 21 million is far more lower than several projects which have like more than 100 million tokens, or even sometimes billions of tokens, right, as max supply. The total supply also, if you see, the circulating supply also, if you see, is 29% or 6.6 million overall in circulation, which means this token has some really fairly equitable number of tokens in circulation. Although there will be a little bit of price slumping due to new tokens being injected, the price slumping won't last long, because if you see, almost 30% of the token supply is already in circulation, despite the market cap only being $33 million. So that's something that should definitely impress you by now, because scarcity is one component that I really look forward to in any project that I invest in. and this project has a lot of scarcity, and that's definitely a good thing for price appreciation in the future, right? So going back to the charts, you can clearly see that the token has a lot of potential, because if you see, the token has only been around since July of this year, and the price chart is available for July 28th, since July 28th for coin market cap, and the token price has been $5.37 late July, and it's been kind of going up and down, overall moving sideways with no real significant price action, and it made an all-time low of $3.40 during the 1st of August, and then it pumped up to a price point of $5.72 before crashing back down, right, and moving sideways overall. But in the recent past week or so, this token has been kind of climbing up, reaching a relative highs of about $5.89, and now it seems like the token is going to take a breather and go downwards, right? I can expect this token to go down below the $5.50 or $5.40 range, which will be a good dollar cost average in price point in dollar comparative, right? If you take the Bitcoin comparative, again, it's a pretty much of a copy and paste of the dollar comparative as well. The initial token price was 15,000 satoshis per token. It reached an all-time low of about 8,000 satoshis per token August 1st this year, and then now it's kind of trading at 12,000 satoshis per token, right? I'll probably wait for buying this token, because this token can easily go below the 10,000 satoshi mark, and that will be a good time to dollar cost average in, right? But at the same time, if you are a long-term hodler of this token, if you find value in this token for long term, then buying this token at this price point is still not going to hurt you, because this token has still not set a new proper all-time highs yet, right? But if you're a short-term investor, then you can definitely get a good value by buying this token at a cheaper price, right? So that's just my opinion, guys. If you go to the markets, you can clearly see that it's only available on PancakeSwap right now. And also, I need to let you guys know that I'm earning this token passively by staking some cake tokens on their on PancakeSwap's syrup pool, right? I think PancakeSwap has a lot of good quality tokens in its syrup pool, and Impossible Finance is one of the tokens that's going fairly unrecognized in the PancakeSwap community. And if you guys have some cake tokens and you want to earn this token passively while you're doing your own research before you can accumulate some cash to invest in this token, then if you have some cake tokens, just stash it in the syrup pool and earn some IF tokens passively, right? Or you can buy this token from PancakeSwap as well using BUSD, right? So again, since it's a Binance Smart Chain based token, I think this token will probably explode as more and more people start recognizing this project, because the gas fees in Binance Smart Chain is extremely low, and that's going to draw in a lot of people, right? And I think since they're planning to branch out other kind of blockchains, you can definitely expect a token version of this token in Ethereum, Polygon, and several other popular blockchains that we currently have, right? So if you want to earn passively this token for a short duration of time, then PancakeSwap syrup pool is there for you, right? It's still active right now. So what's my final verdict on this token? I think this token has a lot of potential. I think this project itself is quite a little bit of an exciting project compared to several other IDO projects that we've seen. You can easily swap within the platform. They are planning to vet out high quality platforms to be hosted on their platform, and I think this token has a really good price potential because of its scarcity as well, right? So I can expect this token to cross the $10 mark sometime in the upcoming months, and I think by the end of this bull run, this token can easily reach $15 to $20 per token, and in the long term potential, I think this token can easily cross the $45 to $50 mark per token, right? Again, that's just my opinion, guys, and I'm not providing any financial advice, so please take this video as educational content and don't invest any money that you can't afford to lose, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.